Hello, ladies and gentlemen, all you beautiful people watching the stream. Welcome to Gamesters Heypal Season 2 Week 1 tournament here in Oceanic Paladins. My name is LeBoy, going to be covering the stream for you with good friend and co-caster Matsy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing quite well, LeBoy. Excited for all the matchups that are going to be coming everyone's way tonight.
Yeah, we got some new teams that have come along in the scene. It's been a while since we've had to cast a few guys, so there has been a couple roster changes, a couple of new teams actually coming into the scene. Rogue Warfare is an interesting one that I would like to point out because they've acquired some nice members and they've definitely worked their way up in the rankings, almost pulling a 4th or 5th spot, like almost immediately after joining the scene. What are your thoughts on them?
Personally, I feel like Rogue Warfare has a lot of potential to really push their way up in the scene. Like, they performed quite well in one of the recent tournaments earlier on in the week, and I feel like things can only look up from there if they just keep putting the work in and stick together.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a new org, so hopefully they can branch out and grow, and the Paladins team could be the start of that. And Ninja Esports is actually another one that is fairly new. Some members that have been around for a while now, and they can definitely go far if they do stick together, as you said, and they do progress as a team. And Ninja's going to be one of the teams that we cover in the first round, and they're going to be versing Permanent, which is a bit of a spin-off team of Wildfire, as some of the members are unavailable. So that will be an interesting map to cover. It will be on Ice Mines, and we'll be bringing it to very shortly. Do you have any pre-game predictions for it, Matt?
Personally, I feel like the game probably won't go towards the side of Permanent and will go Ninja Esports way, just due to the fact that Permanent are playing with a couple of people who we haven't really seen them play with before. So I feel like maybe it'll go the way of Esports Ninjas this time. LeBoy?
Yeah, they do have a very, very strong lineup, and Ninja's a team that have potential in bucket loads. They could get top 3 if they really put the effort in, and they do try their best since some of their players have been in the scene for quite some time. They have some very strong individual players, and as a team, if they focus, they get their strats right, they practice, they play day after day, as they have been, then they can definitely... They have no limits as to what they can achieve. Definitely one of the teams that everyone should be watching out for because they could be on the international stage one day.
And every team has the capability to perform on the international stage eventually, honestly. Everyone just has to stick together and just put the work in. Like, you see teams like Kango who have stuck together for so many months. In fact, you could even say up to a year plus. And honestly, if teams just do what Kango have done and just stick together and work as hard as they possibly can, then they're going to make it, man.
Yeah, they most certainly could. And Kanga's a team that is participating in the tournament as well. Kanga, Kings, Vextrum, Intoxication, Rogue Warfare, Ninja, Permanent, and Team Benevolent are the 8 teams that have signed up, and I actually think there was another team that did unfortunately get disqualified. And for the teams that are out there that didn't manage to make it for this week for whatever reasons, have no fear. There are plenty of weeks to come, plenty of prizes up for grabs. So just because you don't make one week, or for example, if you don't get the result that you like this week and would like to reach for a bit higher next week, then you most certainly can do that. There will always be some tournaments out there for you guys to participate in. So just because you didn't make one, doesn't matter. There's some more GameStar tournaments definitely coming your way. And the Oceanic Paladin scene as a whole, it's growing rapidly. So if you've got a team, definitely stick to it. Stick together. Stick around in the scene because there's windows of opportunity that you can reach for. And GameStar has done so kindly to host a tournament for you guys. So whether you're a small team or a big team, sign up. There's nothing bad that can happen. Some crystals if you do well. And the whole series should be a fun one.
I completely agree, LeBoy. And honestly, with the amount of opportunities that are starting to present themselves in the Oceanic Paladin scene, I feel like, as you were saying, there are a lot more opportunities for smaller, maybe less skilled teams coming out. So hopefully they'll be able to take these opportunities and just start to improve and really just generate a bit more equal competition between the top teams. Because obviously there's a bit of a drop-off in the top 10 teams from around the 5th or 6th spot is when it starts to obviously drop down in the skill levels.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter that much if you're a experienced team like Kanga or if you're a team that only formed yesterday, because if you stick together long enough, like Team Benevolent has, that's just an example I'd want to give, because although their players might not be the most skilled individually, they have coordinated so well as a team and they have grown massively. They used to, not be a team that I would rate too highly, but having watched them play and seeing the communication that they have, they definitely do show that sticking around for a while, despite individual players' skill level, it's a huge benefit for them, since they know each other well outside of Paladins, and it generally does help them. And getting straight into the first match now, we have Ninja on the blue side, and we have the not so permanent on the red side, who have got a couple of different players coming in here and there. The Makoa first picked for Ninja, and Inara getting hovered. And if they're going to stick to a meta picks, the Androxus coming out, they're probably going to try run with the Andro-Drogo combo. Are these fairly standard in your eyes, Matt?
Yes, the Andro and Drogo's combo is fairly standard in today's competition, but however, we see a Bomb King pick being hovered by Hurricane Gaming on the side of Ninja, and Kakacho also hovering over that Ruckus. The double tank setup coming out from them, definitely fairly standard picks coming out so far, LeBoy.
Yeah, for sure, because Inara does combo well with that Ruckus, so taking him away straight off the bat is a wise decision, because Inara as a solo tank is effective, not as effective as if there was a Ruckus kind of standing behind to playing cover fire. Ash was being hovered to try and support the Inara. Going back to the Drogos, they do actually lock in the Ash, seeing as they have Androxus already, so they could save Drogo for that last pick, but Ash going to be coming out, a fairly new-ish champ. Haven't seen a whole lot of her in action, so hopefully whoever is put on her can pull off some nice plays, as Victor and Maldama being hovered. Actually, Maeve. No, back to Victor. They need something to counter the Drogo, as I predict that Permanent will bring him out, as they are looking to hover him to these lineups. Who do you think has won this draft so far? I'm going to say Ninja, purely because of the point threat they have.
Honestly, I completely agree with you there, LeBoy. Ninja have a stronger comp overall, I think. They've picked the heroes that can really shut down the other team. Like, for example, they have the Victor, which is really going to be effective at taking down that Drogos, I think, just really denying him any or all aerial control. And obviously they have the Bomb King pick as well, which can be used to do some damage on the front, or otherwise he can get behind them as well using his Poppy Bomb. So definitely going to say that Ninja have the clear advantage here.
I would have to agree with you. And as we get into the first map, we're going to head off for a quick little break until things get underway. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We had a couple of technical difficulties for this match, but thankfully now we are underway with Ninja versus the hybrid wildfire team known as Permanent. It is Ice Minds here, Strive, Takacho, Hurricane, Carisray, and King Boo representing Ninja, Online Hero, J-Kib, Slags, I Am Gaming, and Istes representing Permanent. Very, very nice teams here. I would probably say it's going to go maybe 4-2 or 4-1 for Ninja, because these players have a lot of individual skill within them. They have been a team for a while now, and since Permanent do have a couple of subs in, they won't be as effective. Would you agree, Matt?
I completely agree with you there, boy. I feel like Permanent are more or less just a throw-together team. That makes sense, with a few remnants of wildfire here and there. But we'll see how we go as we're getting into it. First blood going the way of Hurricane Gaming, giving Esports Ninjas a clear lead initially, but J-Quib's managed to get behind them, getting a pick of his own. But unfortunately for Permanent, Carisray manages to take out Istes, and Esports Ninjas have got quite a bit of an advantage here, the boy. Gonna manage to get some decent percentage onto the point. And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, very nice indeed from them. I think that perhaps Permanent were a bit too passive with that fight. And I think Ninja just kind of went in, took advantage of them while they were forced back, took the high ground while they could up on stage, and definitely working their favour. Nice hook there from McCall actually coming through, and now he gets taken out straight away. Very nice indeed. Ninja pick up the first point of the first match. First round between teams. Ash here, might get taken out, she's not lucky, charges away just in time. Very nice though. The dual tanks definitely having Takacho and Strive working together is providing a lot of heavy point pressure, and I think that's the reason they're being so successful right now, because they can sit on point. They have the Maldamba heals to try and back them up, and with Takacho landing hooks left, right, and center like he is now, I don't think Ninja's going to have a problem pushing this all the way.
Honestly, I can see the same thing happening, the boy. You see, Kakacho is managing to land so many great hooks, and Victor and Bomb King are doing their jobs effectively as well. Just managing to poke at the enemy team as much as they can. You see Bomb King doing a great job of that now, just really pushing that Androxus away. And now a successful pick coming out from Hardo, Strive, OC, on the Rockets, and another one from Carisray. Esports Ninjas, can they be stopped?
They're doing really, really well right now, pushing up, and I think the problem so far is that Permanent, they aren't contesting. They're sitting back, they're playing way too passively, they're not diving, they're going in and getting picked one by one, and that's why, with just over a minute remaining, it's almost pushed already. They still have ults, quite a few of Ninja, actually all of Ninja have ults, and 4 out of the 5 Permanent players have ults of their own. That's a successful push, and really just, that was a smooth sailing for Ninja. I don't think they were contested once. Every time they were, it was just 1 or 2 people diving in and getting mauled straight away. So if Permanent want to come back from this, they're going to need to step their game up, communicate a bit more as a team. They have some ults. If they want to use them together, then that's probably the only chance they're going to have. Seeing as individually, I would say that Ninja have more individual
Point
skill.
spawning in 15 seconds.
I'm going to agree with you there. Ninja overall have definitely much more individual skill, and considering that Permanent is more or less a throw-together team, they probably won't be able to do much against the force that is Ninja. But here we go, getting into the push once again. Let's see if Permanent have managed to revise their strategies coming into this next push.
They're going to have to, and as we can see, straight away, Ninja taking the point. The wall does come off, but to no effect, seeing as no one pushed through Barn. And if people push through Barn while there are walls, then you can make full advantage of it. Also out left, right, and center though, Drogo's came out, Ashes came out, Maldamba's did, and Makoa's now. Ruckus's, I think it was popped as well, Victor's was. Every ult that was on the board got popped. And Inara just has her now, as she had hers a little bit later. She was a little delayed here. Hurricane actually saving Makoa there. Kakacho backing out just as he took out Jacob. Istes might go down right now. He is very, very low. Hurricane might try to hunt him down. See He's on low health. Gets the sticky, actually.
Enemy
Nice
is
pick from him
unstoppable.
there. Istez is going to be staggered massively. I Am Gaming and Slags don't have any heals right now. There goes one. There goes two. It's a complete annihilation from Ninja so far. Well played to them to probably pick up this third point.
Honestly, I felt like Permanent might have had a chance there to get some more percentage, but I feel that their downfall was more or less they managed to get the damage output onto the players that they needed to, but they just weren't able to finish off the picks. They left them on a real smidget of health, and I feel like they should have just finished those picks off, and then maybe they could have seen a bit more success.
I think one of the things they're going to have to do is really take advantage of the Inara wall, because she is a very, very strong tank if you can use her abilities well, and they haven't been so far, which is probably their undoing, as Inara does always manage to get picked off straight away because she's out of position, the wall isn't being used effectively, and Ninja are just capitalizing it and taking full advantage of their mistakes, as they're pushing them up, they're dismounting them really, really early on, and with 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go, this is no competition right now. It's just a Ninja slaughterhouse.
I feel like our old friend DLS may have a bit of a competitor for the Melbourne Cup, as we see Mr. Kakacho's build coming out with the triple master riding. I feel like he might be one of the ones to watch out for.
Yeah, if he gets him to the point earlier and they can take that advantage straight off the bat, then by all means go for it, as there is just no contest right now. Ult's coming out from, I think, 3 people from the side of Permanent, but yet nothing happened. And Ninja, they stayed alive. I think King Boo especially on the Meldamba was a key factor in that, along with Kakacho's hooks and just the general communication and damage being put out from the Bomb King and from Victor. So well played there to Ninja. Unfortunate for Permanent. I would have to say that looking at the stats, Hurricane going 11 kills, not a single death, and 17 assists. He was insane throughout that whole match. King Boo and Kakacho also. If you had to put your finger on the MVP, who would it be?
Well, it's a tough decision overall, but if you go by kill margins, then I feel like Hurricane is the clear MVP here.
Yep, there's just looking at it. 11 didn't die once with 11 kills, and he was getting up in the opposition's face 24/7. He was right in their grill, and he stayed alive. He used the Bobby Bomb really, really well, grumpied the spots that he could, and overall just provided a lot of cover fire and a lot of threat for Ninja. So well played to Hurricane, who gets the MVP for the first match. Round 1 was Ninja versus Permanent. In a few minutes' time, we'll bring you guys back with round 2. Don't go away, guys. We'll be back very shortly.